Let's go to Phil in Raleigh, North Carolina. Phil, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how are you doing today?
Phil, I'm living the dream, man. What's going on with you?
Not too much. First off, I really thank you for the time taking my call here. Right now, I feel like I'm staring at two right choices.
Good.
A little bit of background is I've spent the last 3 years really improving myself spiritually, physically, and financially, and I'm about at the end of baby step 2, and I'm finally seeing like a light at the end of the tunnel, and all of a sudden seeing all of the possibilities in front of me. And something that's always been on my heart has been military service. And I've started walking down that path and have an option in front of me, which is really attractive. But I also am with a company that I'm in my sweet spot with, and I love the work and I love the people. And there's a big raise coming, and I mean, I just don't know. I've been stewing over this for months, and I'm hoping for a little bit of clarity.
Yeah.
If you could help me with that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, this is exciting. You're in your sweet spot, and you're about ready to get a big raise. And is that attached to a promotion where you're doing something a little bit more influential? Are you moving up the ladder?
Yes, I would go from being the office manager to the general manager, which is something I've worked really hard for.
And you're staying in your sweet spot too.
Even more into the sweet spot, I think.
Yeah. But what's tugging at you is you want to serve your country.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What if I had an idea that would allow you to do both?
Okay.
All right. So what about National Guard and kind of jumping in that way, and so that you know, assuming that your leadership is on board with that, because obviously there are times where you're going to have to miss work because of that. So this idea is incumbent upon them being okay with it. But as a National Guardsman, you can serve your country in multiple different ways and get some of that military experience and something that you've craved to do, but you're not having to sacrifice and step out of your sweet spot. What are your thoughts on that idea?
That's something I've thought about the National Guard. I've thought about the reserves. But I don't think it's something that's particularly fair to the company, because in the role as general manager, it's not something that they can really
that's fair.
allow.
Good. Okay, let's cross that one off.
Or take that risk.
All right, let's cross that idea off. So tell me the why behind the military service, and then the second part of the question is, what would be the grand vision if you were to just step away from this private sector role and go to the military? What's the end goal? Where would you want to end up 15, 20 years from now?
And that's something that I've been thinking a lot about. Honestly, don't know what the grand vision is. I know that I love serving people, and I've always had like this vision of being able to serve in the military. But I don't know, like 15 years down the line, I want to have a family. I want to have a stable career, and I want to be like happy every day in my work.
Okay, but hold on.
I just don't know.
Well, hold on. So is that in the military or is that out of the military? I mean, you need to be really gut level honest right now to the best of your ability. And I get you don't have it all figured out, but you're giving me an A and a B, and it's starting to feel like A and C.
Okay.
Here's why. Do you see yourself 15, 20 years from now still in the military? If you were to choose the military,
no.
You'd be back in the private sector.
I don't.
Right?
Yes, I would be back in the private sector. I don't see myself 15 years in the military.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Let's dig into the why. Why have you always wondered, and why have you always thought about military service? What's driving that?
Just a deep desire to be of maximum service to everybody around me, to my community, to my country, just to be of maximum service. And I feel like the military really brings out the way that you can be of maximum service to people in their selection process, both and in the way they push you.
Yeah, but what if...
Does that make sense?
It totally does. But let me shift something. What if it doesn't have to be through the military? What I hear from you is not defend my country. I never heard that. What I heard was serving, and I feel like the military is going to push me and maybe challenge me. So I heard a little bit of a challenge thing in your, I want to get through boot camp and prove that I did it, and I want to go through that car wash of what the military does. But I heard a little bit of that. So I feel like there was about 40% of that. Then there was 60%. I just want to serve to my maximum capability. I want to pour out everything I got. When I get to the end of my journey, I don't want to have anything in the tank. That's what I heard.
Yes, sir. That's exactly it.
So you can do that while being in your sweet spot in your career as a general manager. Then you can do that. You can do that on nights and weekends. And then eventually when you get married and have kids, you can model that for your wife and kids and be a family that's constantly giving of their time and of their talents and of their treasure. So I think, I think about Raleigh, North Carolina, and I go, well, there's got to be tons of ways that you can really give back to the community and serve like crazy, whether it be at food kitchens or helping widows and or the underprivileged, giving of yourself through teaching courses for free. I don't know. I could just think of about 500 million ways that you can volunteer and give fully of yourself that doesn't require you to go to the military.
And that's absolutely something I've thought about. And honestly, all the possibilities are, like I said, I'm just now hitting the end of baby step 2. And it's all the possibilities are just bam.
Yeah. I love it, dude. I think it's great. Here's what I'm telling you. I just don't think you need to go into the military to do what it is that you want to do. But am I saying I have a problem with you going to the military? No. But you're leaving a sweet spot position that is going to set you up to make really good money one day, if not right away, correct?
Yes, sir.
I mean, what kind of money are you going to...
There's a ladder on top of that.
That's my point. What kind of money are you going to be making in the GM position?
I'm stepping into about a $30,000 raise up to 92 or so.
Okay, and then 92 could eventually in 2-3 years turn into 6 figures and really go a long
Definitely
way.
Definitely 6 figures. I'd say within 1 year being 6 figures.
Right, and you're going to be debt-free?
Yes, sir.
Single?
Yeah.
Ready to mingle and find that great lady that wants to partner with you in life? And man, listen, I got to tell you something. No. You don't need to go to the military. If you want to go to the military, go to the military. Then you can get back into the private sector. Totally fine with the option. But I'm telling you, it's not necessary. I'd stay in my sweet spot if I were you. That's what I would do. And build a life that is set up for maximum contribution with your finances and your time. Yes, sir. But what a great kid, huh? The future, folks, is bright. Stop throwing the negative shade at the younger generations, please. There's no difference between the younger generation and my generation and generations that have come before me. No difference at all. Yeah, I read all this crap about millennials and all this stuff. Look, let me tell you something. You cannot paint people with a broad brush. You can have some statistics, and I believe in all the stats and the demographics and all that stuff. But there are different societal things that are informing those statistics. But there's still people who care deeply. So, way to go, young man.